hardest moments in life don't come with a warning. No background music, no one cheering you on. Just you, alone, figuring it out. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Growing up isn't about becoming fearless. It's about learning to face hard things quietly without running. Here are 10 uncomfortable things every person needs to learn to do, alone. 1. Sit with your own thoughts. We scroll, stream, and stay busy because silence is terrifying. The moment everything goes quiet, the real things surface. Insecurities, regrets, fears you've been avoiding. But if you can learn to sit with yourself without escaping, you develop a kind of mental stillness most people never find. 2. Go through failure without announcing it. Not every struggle deserves an audience. Sometimes you fail quietly. You lose momentum, you feel behind, you embarrass yourself, and nobody shows up to fix it. Learning to rebuild yourself in private, without validation, is one of the most painful and powerful skills you'll ever develop. 3. Eat alone in public. It sounds simple. It rarely feels that way. The discomfort of sitting at a table alone, feeling watched, feeling out of place, is actually a test of something deeper. Can you enjoy your own company without needing someone else to make it feel acceptable? Real confidence begins when solitude stops feeling like punishment. 4. Make difficult decisions. At some point, no one can choose for you anymore. Not your parents, your friends, or the internet. You have to decide what kind of life you want, who you're willing to become, and what you're prepared to sacrifice. Knowing you'll never have full certainty. That uncertainty is the price of ownership over your own path. 5. Walk away from people you love. Sometimes the people closest to you are also the ones causing the most harm. And leaving doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's just silence, distance, and a quiet decision to protect your own peace. Not every goodbye is loud. Some of the most important ones never make a sound. 6. Face your own bad habits honestly. It's easy to blame your circumstances. It's far harder to look inward and admit you procrastinate, you avoid, you self-sabotage. Real growth doesn't start with a breakthrough moment. It starts the day you stop making excuses. And that's a conversation you have to have with yourself, alone. 7. Start over. New city. New routine. New version of yourself. Starting over feels like losing before it ever feels like winning. But sometimes your old life has to come apart completely so something better can finally have room to grow. Beginning again isn't failure. It's the first act of the next chapter. 8. Exist without constant attention. Most people aren't actually chasing peace. They're chasing distraction, notifications, validation, the feeling of being seen. But your worth doesn't vanish when no one's watching. Learning to be fully present with yourself without needing an audience is quieter than most growth, and more important than almost all of it. 9. Accept that some people will never understand you. Not everyone will support your goals. Some will misread your silence as coldness, your ambition as arrogance, your boundaries as rejection, and constantly trying to explain yourself to those people is exhausting. Maturity is the moment you realize you don't need universal approval to move forward. 10. To take full responsibility for your life. This is the hardest one, because at some point, blaming your past stops helping. Yes, this life can be deeply unfair. Yes, people can hurt you in ways you didn't deserve. But the moment you stop waiting for circumstances to change and start owning what happens next, something shifts. That's not a burden. That's power. None of these are easy. That's the point. The life you want is on the other side of the discomfort you keep avoiding. Start there. If this hit close to home, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and follow for more.